So after yet another very long break, I have returned and I have once again found something worthy of talking about. My last few videos have been really popping off lately, and I just couldn't handle all that excitement, so I just had to go on a break to just handle all of that. And on top of that, I have gained a second subscriber. Whoever you are, thank you. You better watch out, PewDiePie, I'm coming for you. So I'm gonna keep this video as short as I usually do, because this situation has occurred hundreds of times in the past, and each and every time it has happened, it has failed miserably. And of course I'm talking about the video games cause violence situation. So a lawmaker from Illinois is saying that the video game Grand Theft Auto 5 is causing a sudden uprising in carjackings in his state. He says that the game normalizes this act as it influences the young minds to think that it is a normal thing to do. And that shit is the bread and butter of the fucking argument he is making. I don't get why people still blame video games for real world violence. I mean, there's been hundreds, if not thousands, of actual tests done over a span of a few years, maybe even longer, that physically prove that video game has absolutely no relevance to real life violence or shootings or fucking whatever the fuck you can think of. But this guy is taking it a few steps further. He is saying that a game that is 8 years old at this point is influencing people right now, today, to hijack cars. Like, what the fuck? Are we just gonna go and start blaming Macbeth for stabbings that are happening today? Or blame the Epic of Gilgamesh for people being assholes? Like, I don't wanna burst your bubble here, buddy, but have you ever seen gamers? Do you really think that gamers would go out of their way to just go and hijack a fucking car for no reason? And I say no reason because 7 out of 10 times, let's say that for example, if you have time to sink hours and hours into a video game to the point where you are actually starting to get addicted to it, then you are first of all too young to even know how to drive a car in real life, or you are living a decently comfortable life and there would be no reason for you to go out and steal a fucking car. It is that fucking simple, ladies and gentlemen. If you are a real gamer, then there would be almost no reason for you to go out and steal a car. Let's be honest here. This is just another one of those boomers that doesn't really know how video games work and just see some snippets of this here and there and just shoot in the dark and make a claim that has no evidence to it whatsoever. This isn't the first time it has happened, and it will probably not be the last. Like back in 2009, where people said that Modern Warfare 2 were training children to be a fucking terrorist or some shit, just because in one single mission you are allowed to shoot civilians. The game never forces you to, but it does give you the option to. It's like when someone's handing you a blunt, you either smack that shit out of his hands or you take one for the team. And yet that single choice in the game made people lose their shit, which is actually very ironic if you think about it, since in Modern Warfare 2 there's only that one mission where you actually can play as a bad guy, but in the rest of the campaign you play as a good guy. So using their own logic against them, the game is also teaching their children how to be a good guy and kill bad guys. It is teaching them morally right things to do in situations. But no, video game bad, drink a fucking beer and shoot an M16 down a range, that'll make you feel better. Now, I'm not attacking the person that is trying to sue GTA and trying to get it off the market, nor am I assaulting him as a person, and I think that's all the shit I have to say to not be considered racist. But I will say that this guy isn't the sharpest banana on the apple tree.